And we'll find our mountain pose. Right? So sitting a little forward, knees in front of hips, ankles under knees, shoulders over top of hips. We've got that lovely long spine. Let's do our little rooster to find our head position. So you've got the finger here. We're just going to do a little tuck forward and a tuck in. So notice the shape of your neck when your chin is forward, and then the shape when your chin is tucked. So which one gives you the long neck? That's where we want to be. Little tuck in here, that means your chin is about level with the floor. That's why we're always giving that cue. And then you can close or soften your eyes and just start to tune in and notice how you're feeling today. So it could be that there's, those same old aches and pains, and they're speaking to you in a quiet or a loud voice today. Is there anything that's different today? And can you find at least one area that's feeling good and relaxed today? I asked that in an in-person class once, and one of the participants said, "My eyelids feel good." So hopefully your eyelids are feeling good, but I'm hoping that there's more than that. And then noticing what your energy level is like today. And if there's, some stiffness, some heaviness. And what's your breath like today? And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. So now you know how you're feeling. Start by just doing a little lower of the chin and then a little lift of the chin. And I say little because I don't want you to, go hard and fast and crank your neck back and then feel painful. So take it slow, do what feels right for you. You can always add some breath here by inhaling on the lift and exhaling on the lower. And then the next time your chin comes closer to your chest, let's stay here for 1 or 2 breaths. You can breathe into that space at the back of your neck and also in your shoulders. So, those spaces I'm talking about that get tight and sore. And then when you're ready, use the inhale to help you lift your chin so you're back to your mountain pose. And we're just going to look over each shoulder, nice and slow, just finding our range of motion, noticing any kind of constriction, discomfort. And then the next time you turn over to the right, let's just pause here and notice what is in your view. What can you see here? And then we'll come back through center, go to the left, and same thing, pause. What can you see here? And then let's come back to center again. So we're going to take the left shoulder and left ear towards each other. This is a somatic movement, and we're slowly melt the two away from each other. So the head comes back to center, and maybe the shoulder comes a little bit lower than it started at. Let's do that again. We're encouraging this tight muscle that pulls the shoulder up in a habit. We're encouraging that to release. So we're going to do that one again, but this time we're going to add on. So when the head comes away, it's actually going to go over to the other side. So now the right ear is towards the right shoulder, but don't lift that shoulder up. And we're continuing to let the left one release. Can you feel that there's more space there? Let's come back up, squeeze them together. We're going to do this one more time. So separate head and shoulder. Let's stay here and we're going to let that left arm dangle down and then just do some circling. And it's coming from up here at the shoulder, not from your wrist or your elbow. It's the whole arm is rotating. And then we're going to rotate the other way. And then you can let that go. Hand rests, head comes back to center. It might feel like you're sitting funny, like this side is so much longer. Let's go ahead and turn our heads to the left and just see what you can see now. And you might find that your head has a little more, your neck has a little more range of motion. And then we'll come back to center again. And let's do that on the other side. We need to even up. So ear and shoulder squeeze together and then melt apart. And we're going to do that one again. Letting that shoulder lower. So we're not pulling it down. We're allowing it to release. Let's squeeze together again. It's like you're holding your phone here. And this time, the top ear is going to go all the way over towards the other shoulder. Notice I didn't say touch. Maybe you can touch them. I can't. And then we'll come back together again. So this is a pandiculation, not a stretch. Means we're not pulling on anything. We're going into a contraction that already exists. We're teaching the brain that it can release. Now the arm comes down to dangle. So we're not pulling it. It's just dangling. And then we can do our circles. Whole arm is circling. Go in the other direction. And then you can let that go. Hand comes back, head comes back to center. Oh, it feels more even now. Now let's turn to the right and see there's more range of motion there. Hopefully there definitely was for me. So now it feels like this neck is long and these shoulders, all these muscles in here are much looser and more relaxed. So yay, I like that. All right, so let's do some arm movements. We're going to choose just one arm and it's going to roll away. And it's coming all the way from the shoulder and then come back and then do the other arm. And let's do both together. And then come back to our mountain again. So we are opening up the chest. Now we're going to come down to the feet actually and shift your weight on your feet so it comes more to the outsides and the knees go out. And it comes more to the insides, knees go in. Let's do that a couple more times. And now we're going to add some arm movements. So the arms go with the legs, and you can even make it like a cat and a cow. So when the knees and arms are in, that's our cat. And when they're out, that's our cow. Let's do one more of each. And then we're going to sit back up in our mountain pose again. And you might find your posture has shifted a little bit. Let's wiggle all those fingers. Good. And then we're going to take the arms forward, pressing into the palms, and then sending the fingers down. So up and down with the arms. Sorry, with the hands, not the arms. And then we'll circle the wrists a few times each way. Good. Let's bring the palms together and we're going to lift those palms up. Let the elbows come closer together and then back down again. And this time, when we lift them, we're going to keep the thumbs and the babies together, but separate the other fingers. So we've got a flower shape here. This is Padma Mudra. And now with the hands at the heart, I'm going to switch mine because I always go right arm first. Let's take one arm out to the side, but we're going to keep softness in those joints. So we're just going to kind of feather that arm open. And then let's keep it here, staying nice and wide. And then rotate the arm so palm is down. We're going to push slowly down as though we were going through mud. And then let that arm rest and we'll go to the other side. So a little feathering on this side. So we're encouraging opening of the chest here, but we're not doing any forcing. And now we're going to stay sitting nice and tall, rotate, and slowly press down. Good. And then we'll release that. And let's do a little shake. Each side, a little higher, way up high, and then down low.